It is stimulating, it is frustrating, it has all the characteristics of a startup business. It matches for me. I love startup, I love the chaos, the creativity, and the uncertain path that's ahead of you when you're doing startup. Basically, in about October, fourth quarter of 2015, we began shaping this into a reality. Up until that point, it had been an idea. Clearly, the direct current project has the real potential for being that pivotal piece that the Alliance needs to establish it positionally as a leader in the energy world. The real question is, why DC and why now? Why DC is a theoretic position, and if you go back and check that through Edison's history, you can see that there was a why in the road in the 1890s that made alternating current the dominant current based on centralized distribution, and direct current, which at that point utilized some solar, they used some wind in order to generate it, but it was local and they couldn't transmit it very far. Consequently, it has been on a back burner status for a long time. So why now is because there are nodes where you can now transmit over long distances at very high voltages. In addition to that, you are able to do local generation with local distribution using a fuel mix that you can absolutely control on a clean energy side. In our case, it's going to be largely solar, perhaps wind. Why has this package not been put together? And we are discovering some of the reasons why it hasn't been put together. The ability to find the right lighting fixture so you can go DC to DC is one of them. Our economy and our marketplace is set up to have inverters and rectifiers changing AC to DC to AC to DC. How much do you save? Where are the savings? Where are the biggest savings? Where are the hurdles that we still haven't thought through that make this project difficult for other people to mount? So as we work through that, we hit a hurdle almost every day. It is our job to look past today into and predict contingent need out there. We have an ability to review ideas and to assess where they're going, or to agree that we don't know enough and that we have to explore further. First presenting problem is that in a multi-story building, we don't have enough roof space to generate the amount of energy that we need. So we know it's going to be a partial until we figure out additional energy sources. We know that our peak load here is about 130 kilowatt hours on a given day, and that we are going to be able to generate somewhere between 30 and 40. What we want to be able to do is to use our DC power first, and that will go into a battery, and the alternating current will hold the battery in the sweet spot at the battery all day long. First used energy will be DC, later used energy will be alternating current. We think we'll get a 30% reduction in the amount of alternating current that will be required in this building on an ongoing basis. To be a leader in the retrofit world, we have to solve all those challenges. These are the hurdles that are keeping other people from acting. One of the things that so surprises me is the level of intrigue in the industry and in the public arena around the possibility of finding a clean energy source that is doable. You know, this looks like a doable alternative. Photovoltaic and solar panels are all in our language at this point. And when you say, oh, and they produce DC, and you can drive it straight into your building, and you can explain it in really simple terms, they think, oh, I could do that in my office. I could do that in my home. I could do that in my warehouse. And that makes us, I think, incredibly viable as a really important demonstration project on a much larger scale than what does it do to the utility bill at 1536 Wine Coop.